One of my favorite summer destinations here in the Philippines is La Union. So we're taking the Ford territory to the surfing capital of the north. More than the sand, the surf, and the vibes, one of the biggest attractions for La Union is its proximity to Metro Manila. So, we took the Ford territory on a quick drive to the surfing capital of the north for a quick weekend out of town. While the 5 to 6 hour drive to San Juan, La Union may seem daunting, it was made much easier in the comfort of the Ford territory, including the cool interiors, with seat coolers, and the adaptive cruise control for the long drive down T-Flex. Also stopovers, that helps too. Speaking of, before we get to San Juan, we hit our first stopover for lunch. Before we get to the resort we're staying in, we're having a quick lunch break here at Lakay Ago. Being here in Lakay Ago really feels like you're in another world. This colorful destination has a lot of photogenic locations to start our trip off. This spot has what you need for a good stopover. It's picturesque, it has fresh air, and really good food. And the cool factor is not just skin deep. The restaurant is up a steep hill from their kitchen, so food is delivered via pulley system. Speaking of, what would lunch stop be without the lunch? We had the signature pancit, which is delicious and affordable, especially for a bigger group. From Lakay Ago, it was a quick ride to Fatwave Resort, a boutique resort that served as our home base for the trip. We spent the afternoon there, unwinding before heading out for dinner. So I've heard of this nice little restaurant just 3 minutes away from Fatwave where we're going to have our dinner. So that's where we're heading right now. So located here within Curbside Villa is Curo Restaurant, where we're having our dinner tonight. Curo Restaurant is a high-end resto where you feast with your eyes just as much as your palate. The dishes we had were all hits and included a salad, appetizers, pasta, and the main dish, ribeye steak. If you want to know more about this, we do have a full video already up on our channel where we go more in-depth into the food we ate. Go check that out after watching this video. Finally, to cap off the night, we headed to Tiny Bar, which was walking distance from Fatwave. It's a quaint little bar where the vibe is just as good as the drinks. As per its namesake, the location is not too large. This allows for a more intimate evening, which includes good conversations with friends over drinks, expertly crafted and created by their bartender. All of this equates to a good evening and a good way to end the long day. The next morning, we were up early for one of La Union's special local activities. Red Clay Pagdamilian offers different kinds of classes, all to do with pottery. For us, we tried the 1-hour hands-on pottery lesson, where a guide will take us through coming up with our own pottery creation. It was both a fun and relaxing activity to start our morning. Pottery experts pay no mind to my lack of skills, but this is something that you can do solo or as a group. So that was the pottery experience here at Red Clay Pagdamilian. We have to let it rest for a bit, so we're gonna come back tomorrow for the final product. At this point, it was getting close to noon, so we set out to look for lunch, which we found at Miranda. Situated along the smaller streets, Miranda offers a cozy, quieter vibe for those who want a little bit of peace away from the bustle of the main popular areas. Plus, you get the perfect accompaniment of home-cooked food, in our case, the special kare-kare, adobo flakes, and caldereta. And how can we forget dessert? Definitely a hidden gem that I'd like to return to myself. Finally, to cap off our trip, we visited a non-profit organization for the second LU trip in a row, Project Curma. One of my favorite things to do here in La Union, whenever I'm here in La Union, is to visit Curma, which is a sea turtle conservation group. Once in a while they have turtle hatchings, they have turtle releases, and they post on social media. It's open to the public, and I like visiting them whenever I'm here. That's what we're doing right now, over sunset. Let's see what they have. While we were hoping to catch the turtle hatching, unfortunately they were not in season, but we did release a turtle that they've been nursing. We also had an in-depth conversation with the managing director, Carlos Tamayo. And if you're interested to hear more about Project Curma, we have a video coming up about it here on the Spot.ph channel. Subscribe so you don't miss it. With all of our planned activities finished, all that was left to do is enjoy our homestay at Fatwave Resort. There are many different food choices, and their cozy amenities and rooms. Overall, another amazing trip in the books, made possible and more comfortable by the smooth drive of the Ford Territory. And before we enjoy the long drive back to Manila, there was one last stop we had to make. So before we head back to Manila, we're here at Red Clay Pottery to pick up what we made yesterday. Not perfect, but you know.